Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So, um, I was like thinking about should I do like a hang with me, or should I do like a journaling session? I figured a journaling session is good. If I had to watch a manga, it would be Bleach. I actually read One Piece, so if I were to do a what did I miss like remix, it would just say something like, I put shampoo in my beard, etc. You don't shampoo your beard?
15-year-old kid, Ichigo lives in the Japanese town of Karakura with his twin sisters Karin and Yuzu and their loving if overbearing father Ishin. Ichigo goes to school, gets good grades, and sometimes gets into fights thanks to his striking orange hair. There is one unusual.
So then, with a beard brush, what do we have in a beard brush? In a beard brush, we have it's made from like horseradish, and then so we put in beard oil. You know, we don't apply oil. Let's think about this. Do we apply oil on our skin, or do we apply it on the brush? When you are washing your dishes, do you apply your dish soap on your dish, or is it better to apply it on the sponge? Different strokes for different folks. We gotta change things up. You know, you gotta learn about surface area. Width times height times length. So how does that make sense? Look at a 2D rectangle. The width of the rectangle, the height of this rectangle, and then the length of this rectangle would encompass the surface area of this rectangle. So length times width times height is surface area. So yeah, there will come a time when touching something in a store, you have to buy it. No one's gonna want your germs if you like pick up a can and then like you put it back. So like you're gonna have to tell me. You're gonna have to tell me when these certain things apply.
Usual thing about him, however. He can see ghosts. The world of Bleach is haunted by spirits invisible to the normal human eye. These ghosts come in different forms, from
I was trying to figure out like how do I explain the economies of RuneScape, because it's not so simple. Such like it would just be like I have about 40,000 coal that I mined, and then it's like, did you know because I have 40,000 coal, it's the price of coal is hard to like crash because like I'm saying it's valuable or something. So I noticed that I have like 20,000 shark that I caught that, you know, apparently it would help if I cooked them all and then to see like the natural fair walk. You know, stocks is randomly, usually a random walk around up the only street light outside. And then Robert Kiyosaki was basically saying, like, is the greatest crash going to happen in Bitcoin, or is it like orchestrated? It's actually interesting. Like the biggest crash would just mean like people are cashing out. So I don't know. I don't think so.
the friendly, often timid pluses to the monstrous, malevolent hollows, colossal beast-like creatures who devour other spirits and humans alike. One night, a mysterious woman clad in a black outfit steps through the wall into Ichigo's bedroom. This is Rukia Kuchiki, a Shinigami, or
So like, what are we missing in our social interactions? We're missing like, if you're talking to gang members, sometimes just pulling out your eyelashes if you need to, like fixing your eyelashes, fixing your contact lenses if your hands aren't too dirty. So I'm talking around a group of people and they are intimidating me, they're threatening me, and they're like, I'm gonna beat you with a baseball bat. And then, you know, like head honcho stuff. You gotta be like a white mom sometimes, you know. It's interesting. And I fix my contact lenses because it's hard to see. And then, yeah, so like, for example, me reacting to gang member videos. It would just be like, let there be no bloodshed between the Bloods and Crips. And then, yeah, we gotta get rid of roast infestations. There's like, sometimes there's just way too many people crowding a spot. If I'm going to hang out with people, well, there's way too many people here, then take it to the park or something.
Or a god of death. Surprised Ichigo can see her, Rukia explains that as a Shinigami, it's her job to help spirits pass on to the afterlife, to a world called the Soul Society, but more on that later.
Don't crack now, thinks Derek, 7 rounds deep in his job interview. Bell Pure Fibers sure won't.
That night, the Kurosaki household comes under attack. A hollow is seeking out Ichigo, wanting...
Yeah, and so, like, I'm surprised you didn't know that, like, a lot of stuff is handled by your account manager. So when you got a debit card or a credit card at a bank, it is one person handling it. That's why, like, you're trying to get a mortgage approved. You're going to ask this sweet bank teller. She's going to say, I can't really help you, but then, your appointment is tomorrow with this RBC Resurrector. And this RBC Resurrector will then walk you through the mortgage approval process. So that is how you know. Like, for example, I had this debit card. Every month, it has a $7 fee. You would think it's like, so what am I saying? I'm saying it costs money to even access a bank. You probably didn't know that. You just probably thought your bank debit card is free. Your debit card, to even use a debit card to just have a checking account, you pay $7. So then it's like, why don't you give me $80 every year? So then I once figured that out, my debit card. $7.99 per month. And then I went to my bank and I said, hey, can I ask you a question about my checking account? She's like, yeah, sure. I said, this checking account, it has a monthly fee? And she's like, yeah, your checking account has a monthly fee of $6.99 a month. And I said, is it okay if I cancel that? And then she said, yeah, that's fine. And she just canceled it for me. It's really possible someone, if I asked them, they said, no, you have to switch banks. They'll say like, why don't you try BMO then? Maybe they have a free checking account for your debit card. So account managers. And then,
to devour him. Rukia attempts to defend him but suffers a mortal wound. In a desperate last-ditch effort to save them both, Rukia stabs Ichigo with her Zanpakuto, the weapon of a Shinigami, and transfers him some of her Shinigami power.
So where am I now? I am simply just debating if I want to play RuneScape because my arm pangs. It hurts. Like, it's either it hurts because I was like out stretching myself and I was doing 99 construction. It could hurt because of like the battery in my mouse. My mouse has a Duracell battery. It could be my laptop battery. There's a heat warning here in Toronto, so it's like 40 degrees. Everything is melting. So my arm, I played too much RuneScape, so it hurts. My arm could simply hurt because I'm using it. Like someone said, it could just be the muscles, which is also true. Like my muscles are hurting. Like, so I don't even know what it is. But last night I was using these AirPods, and then it hurt so bad because it was like a strain. Like I felt like a weird melting plastic mercury thing in my arm, so I had to end my speech early. But I'm coming for Stan Lee in Ways of a Trillion here, because I have this character Doge Artist, and then something happens to Doge Artist in Courtroom 202 in Toronto, and then I continued my story where I was like, is this person a playboy or a family guy? Well, you just gave me the answer. This person is not a playboy. If being a playboy is unattractive, then this person is a family guy. Only this person has a wife she is loyal to and faithful to. There. I drew the opposite of Justin Bieber on drugs. And then it's like, Justin Bieber has a story with all these famous people. Kendall Jenner and Haley Baldwin. And then I was looking at this interesting night out because like Justin Bieber is just like the most famous person in the world. So Justin Bieber met up with Kyle Forger. Justin Bieber met up with I Show Speed. It's like what does this photo mean to me? I don't know if I'm playing RuneScape or not. I don't. I have so many resources I want to give back to. I want to use up all my coal, turn them to rune items, and then high out them. Just so like coal can find its fair price in the market. Item will just go to its fair price. So then I have 40,000 coal. If the fair price is like 112 GP, then I'm holding it back. And then like right now it's like 179, so I'm like holding it up. So I gotta use all my resources, but then it's just way too painful. I have sharks I can cook. It's so crazily painful. Sitting there waiting for it to be finished. So I don't know about RuneScape.
The transfer is a success. Ichigo, now a Shinigami himself and wielding a colossal blade, defeats the Hollow.
But yeah, so my story about Doge. So this person gets headshotted, in a courtroom. And then what is the story of Spider-Man? Peter Parker, his family is in the mafia. Peter Parker runs into his uncle. His uncle is trying to escape from Venom. Venom tackles Peter Parker's uncle on the ground, forces Peter Parker to watch. Says, "Watch, Peter Parker." Peter Parker's like, "I don't want to watch." Venom headshot shoots Peter Parker, Spider-Man's uncle, in the head. And then Peter Parker is standing there as a kid and he's like, "Look, I just killed your uncle. I shot him in the head," as Venom. And then Peter Parker says, "I'll get you back. I'll be the greatest superhero to defeat supervillains." Venom then says, "Okay, then be careful, because with great power comes great responsibility." So then I have a story. This character gets headshotted in the courtroom. Poof. And then it's like, it was like a ticking time bomb. It's like, can you, Doge artist is being called down from his burrow in New York apartment. Doge artist? Yeah. Please. You got away with so much, Doge artist. We are suspicious of your apartment and living situation. Can you draw for us who is the most elusive person in history? Who is Kim Kardashian speaking to? Oh, that's easy. What is sexier? A man that looks good in the day or a man that looks good at night? Night time. So then I have drawn the night sky and then I just went ahead and drew black hair. Oh, okay. I was like walking down this alleyway. This person was taking out the trash. I was using the sidewalk because I need to use the bathroom. This guy looks at me. "Hey, what's going on, man?" I turn around. I'm like, screw it. I'm like so annoying, and I just start walking that very day. And then I come across this person. This person's sitting on the sidewalk. He looks at me. He pounds his heart. Like he recognizes me. He pounds his heart. And I'm like, oh man, like you're not supposed to know who I am. I'm like, I said this before. You're not supposed to know me. I'm not one to be famous. You're not supposed to know what I look like. And then I was walking around. This guy's like, hey man, what's going on? I was like, damn, like, I'm so easy to guess. This guy is sitting on the street. He looks at me. I look at him. He pounds his heart. I'm like, there's no point. Like, it's like a divine super strength potion. Once you click on it, it's like, zzz. I imagine myself walking. I imagine all angles. I blend in so nice. Like, what I'm wearing is so right. Because, like, it would be so uncomfortable if I wore something wrong to please the public. So I'm always dressed, like, to the best of my guess. I'm like, this has to be right. And I'm walking around, people recognize me. I said, don't recognize me. And then I'm just like, because I would never wear something that's uncomfortable. So I'm like, I'm too easy to guess. Like, there's like a ticking time bomb. I'm so easy to guess. Doge artist, may you please continue drawing. This person would obviously be the opposite of Justin Bieber complaining about his mental health. Because we're taller than cars. So what else do we want? So here I go. And then what? This person is busy. Like, I'm drawing them like kind of a busy person. And then you just gave me the answer, right? Girls don't want a playboy. So then here's my scrap drawing. A guy boiling in the sun with blue eyes and blonde hair. He's boiling in the sun. He won't smell good. He's trying to be extroverted. Then we have a tall, dark, and handsome black hair guy. His immune system doesn't smell bad. The immune system to your liver is probably appropriate. And you just gave me the answer. So, like, not a playboy. So then I'll now draw this person as a family guy. These women are pursuing him. He's not really pursuing these women. So now I drew him carrying Blakey. And he's going on a hike. And then these girls are on TV. And they're telling him they like him. And they're basically letting him know that they like him. So now I drew who Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, and Catherine Piaz is talking to. With this photo, the scrap drawing of the orange in the sun and like the blonde hair, blue eyes, the surfer look, Caucasian. Here, let me do another. Night sky. We have the night sky. The nighttime is sexier. Where does this understanding come from? This understanding comes from this. Like, in Paper Mario, there is a Black Knight. You know, you're talking to Bomber, you're talking to Vivian, you're fighting the Shadow Queen, you're fighting Gonzalez. There's Paper Mario. There's going to be like a Black Knight because the nighttime is so sensual. There's also Kylie Jenner and Kendall Jenner who have not matured fully. And they are girls and they're like, let's go to the beach in the sun. So they go into the beach in the sun, and as they're walking, the reflection of their car is hitting them in the eyes. They now have a headache, but they're not matured yet. They don't have that consciousness that this guy has because they're girls. So it's like, let's enjoy the sun. They have a headache. They don't even know they have a headache. You know, their skin is peeling, their skin is burnt, and they're on the beach. And then the walk back, the reflection of their car is hitting them in the eyes again. So as they mature, the very next day, they mature a lot. A couple days later, when their head doesn't hurt from the heat, their head's not fuming. That's okay. Let's buy temporary blinds. Let's turn on the AC. Now it's really cool in my house. Let's relax and stay in and watch a movie tonight. I don't know if you heard that one, Kendall. Let's spend time alone. I'm going to take a nap. Oh, it's now nighttime and it's a lot cooler. It's 19 degrees. Let's go out. And you know, interestingly enough, I can now wear this like skimpy dress. The skimpy dress is nice. I can't wear it in the day, so now I'm wearing this that is like so easy to put on. So now I go out at night. This is a lot better, I believe. This is ultra rich. This is ultra rare. I'm enjoying the nightlife. I'm going out at night. And then a guy walks in. A black hair boy. Oh, so like a black hair boy. But I kind of just want to draw the sun and like that blue hair, blonde hair guy. But like, imagine how good it feels inside when she's a blonde and he's a black hair boy. Like I had this like crazy freestyle I did on Ordinary by Alex Warren. Because he has such a nice beat switch. Like, so I'm rapping to it and I'm like, this freestyle is good. You would expect me to outshine the master, but I never do that. So I'm like, and I'm singing, I kissed the sanctuary. You take me out of the ordinary to get me prepared for this freestyle. And it's like, imagine how good she feels inside when she's a blonde and he's a black hair boy. She's a blonde and he a black hair boy. She a blonde and he a black hair boy.